Okay, so we're live, and this is for Spawn of Cyclops Con. Goodman Games is putting on for their DCC system and other systems. So we're running Phantasmagoria, which is a series of zines that are kind of Sword and Planet made for the Dungeon Crawl Classic system. And I ran this a little while back. We had a lot of fun with it. So essentially, the group has crash landed on Mars. They were brought there via the super genius Socom, who was trying to, for some strange reason, turn them all into super genius slaves of his. But they were able to slay the space dragon and by flying up its nose. And now, now thinking that the damage is done and they can rest, they've been called by the Galactic Alliance that some of the well, I guess you would know this because you're technically the same characters. So the space dragon breeds tiny little dragons. So there is a whole bunch of small dragons that got away that you all didn't kill that are flying strangely towards a what they thought was a comet, but appears to be some kind of a ship that's barreling on a direct course towards Earth. So you've been asked to get to this comet, investigate it, and of course stop it from crashing into Earth as you take off in your ship, which is kind of this strange steampunk / spaceship. And this time we have a captain, which is good. There was no captain last time. As you're kind of flying off from the Martian planet, you kind of start to reach into orbit, and you look off the side of the ship, and you see a man with a really, really big head, kind of looking up at you and shaking his fist. But you're heading towards this comet. So yeah, here we are, right? We're flying towards this comet, just out of the Martian atmosphere. I'm going to have you guys kind of intro your characters, tell us a little bit about them, whatever you want to say about them, as we fly towards this comet to stop the tiny space dragons and the comet from destroying Earth. So I'm going to go with our captain first. Tell us about Captain Jack.
Captain's log, stardate 457 Banana Q. I am on an intrepid voyage to go stop a bunch of tiny little dragons. They may be small, but I will not underestimate them. I have my trusty crew. I believe in the abilities of every last one of them, except maybe that weird bird freak. But hopefully, we can pull this thing together and accomplish this mission. For all the beautiful green women back on Mars.
Yes. Excellent. Gallywix, or Gremlin.
Gallywix, he was a hedge mage before joining the crew of the spaceship. And although he can be a bit tricksy, he has a lot of respect for his fellow travelers. He likes to tinker, but you can also catch him reading a spell book from time to time. And he's very excited because last time with his friends, he got to ride on a dragon, and he got to go invisible, and he got to fight a man with a giant head. So he's but he's not going to drive the ship again, as last time that went disastrously. So don't let the gremlin drive the ship. And Gallywix enjoys the occasional bacon and mayonnaise sandwich. So he keeps the pigs in the bottom of the ship.
That is true. Excellent. And our Jovian, Hannibal.
Yes, it's Hannibal Hoot. The welder of the ship. I'm the one keeping it together, even if you do question my antics. But I've also been known to get us into tight spot or two, with my forged ID. I guess I've been a bit of a criminal, but we're still together, one piece.
So far. And what's the robot's name? Matt. Tell us about the robot. What is it? MX-39?
Yeah, I am MX-39. I am the ship's automation. I am a heavily armed droid, which dispenses drinks, much like a cup of tea, and also medical supplies. Although I have very little inkling of what makes human beings work, so if you get horribly injured, I may not realise.
You may or may not have picked up parts for MX-39 from the vending machine scrapyard. So your ship after I think it was a massive spell issue. The sails are kind of messed up, and you're chasing down this comet. And you're at first you're thinking you're not going to catch it because it's going pretty fast, but then you realize you're getting sucked faster and faster towards it. Possibly there's some kind of connection between the pegs in the bottom of the ship and the asteroid. It could have a special peg magnetism is drawing the ship in, and you're starting to move faster and faster.
Like a moth to a moth attractor.
Exactly. Right. So you're getting sucked towards this. Possible chance that you could crash into this. You're heading so fast towards it. So who's flying the ship? We know the Gremlin's not going to fly the ship.
Is it me? Like, do we have an actual pilot, or is it assumed that the captain flies this thing?
I think the captain usually flies if you want. I think the guy that flew the ship before died in the last session.
Okay, I'm gonna try and safely land us on the comet. All
right, that's cool. So you can actually do a just make a check with agility, D20. You're a captain, so it should be too hard for you. Maybe
I wasted my natural 20 landing on a comet.
Nice. Yeah, you're coming in fast, and somehow you do this like power slide with the back end of the ship, and you kind of land on the comet very safely. You can see kind of flying all around, almost like gnats in the air, these tiny dragons, but they don't seem to be aggressive towards you currently. The comet itself, if you want to call it that, just seems to be a giant ball of gold. It seems to be made of gold with what appear to be like bumps all over it, almost like a reverse golf ball. And then as you're kind of looking around, you can see that these bumps, little doors are starting to open up like they're little tiny hills. And very large men who are much too big for these bumps are kind of like shouldering their way out of these hills. And as they stand up, you realize they don't have any heads. They're very bulky with no heads, but they each have one gigantic eye in the center of their chest. And they're carrying ray guns, and they start to make a formation probably a few hundred yards away from you. They seem to be lining up to march towards you. So what's everybody doing?
Captain, shall we engage? We come in peace, shoot to kill protocol.
Indeed. Let us fly the white flag of war.
Wait, you're confusing me. Is this a place for my nuclear pistol?
Arm yourselves for diplomacy. And I start heading towards the airlock with my equipment in tow.
Nice. Oh yeah, you start heading towards there. Like you can see from the top of the ship, or as you're coming, these guys have now lined up and they're like marching. They've got their guns and they're kind of marching in a file. They're coming from pretty much all directions. There's a lot of them. And you see a very large, like almost like a flagpole, rise up, probably like a quarter of a mile away. It has a huge megaphone on it, and you hear a voice: "Take the people to my gas chamber, the Emerald gas chamber. Do not resist."
Weird Cyclopean freakazoids. We come in peace.
They don't have any mouths, so they're just kind of walking as it turns out marching towards you. The megaphone barks out again. Do not offer resistance to the headless ones. They will destroy you.
Oh, I don't think so. What do you think, Mr. Hoot? You're not going to destroy us.
Not today.
Right, so you guys are landing on, coming onto the surface of the golden asteroid to confront these guys, or what's your plan?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they will taste my laser.
Captain, permission to open fire, sir.
I strike the pose that's no doubt going to become the cover of this 1950s comic book with one hand on my hip and my flintlock out ahead of me.
Yeah, they're at range. If you want to fire upon them, they're not shooting at you yet. They're kind of just marching toward you. So if anybody
remember, Gallywix, you must always try twice for diplomacy. Again, I say, we come in peace. Blam! I tried twice.
Excellent. Yeah, anybody who wants to shoot, they're probably at long range for most people, but we're not going to worry too much about that. If you have the funny dice, you can go down one die because you're at long range. Otherwise, just roll.
Okay, so I'm gonna go down to a D16 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I don't have an attack modifier as a captain. Do I just? Is it just my
Yeah, it should be that.
agility?
Yeah, it should say attack right above. I think so.
Oh, there it is, +5.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a 15 all told.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. These guys are 12, so go ahead and do some damage.
Cool. 1 point of damage as I just wing one of them with a freaking flintlock.
Nice. All right, you shooting?
Okay.
I'm just going to go in order. If it's good. I'm just going to go do it here to keep it organized. If that's okay. If somebody needs to do something first, just shout it out. But I'm just going to go in my order as I see you on my screen. Gallywix.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll use my nuclear pistol. Captain says attack. We'll attack. Oh boy.
Yeah, they've got 12 armor class.
Okay.
They're shirtless, clearly, because they have a big eye in their chest. They can't really wear armor.
Right. Plus. But he misses with the pistol. Rolled a 7.
Okay. Doesn't that one have a chance of blowing up or something?
Yes.
Or is that only if you roll a crit or a fumble?
I think I have it right here. They're equivalent to taking time bomb, extremely unstable. It doesn't say it doesn't give it a chance.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay, so that's just for me to blow you up later. Okay.
Yep.
Hannibal.
Here we go. Whenever a 1 is rolled on a damaged die with a nuclear weapon, a miniature explosion occurs. So I have to roll a 1.
Are they close enough that I can fly to one?
Sure. Yeah, if you want to charge up to him, you can do that with the.
Yeah, I like to fly above them, just and swing down with my laser sword.
Nice. Go for it.
They don't have a head, so let's see if I can hit the stump.
Stab him in the eye.
21 to hit.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
And 8 damage of my laser sword.
Yeah, that takes him out. Yeah, you chop one down. You don't decapitate him because clearly he doesn't have it.
Oh yeah, fly down and fly back up with and bring it through.
Nice. Violent. All right. How about MX-39?
MX-39 has rocket propulsors, so he's gonna burst into action to get himself into close range and let them have it with a sonic blaster, which does 1d12 to everything in the vicinity. It seems.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Do they get a save, or you have to attack with it, or how does that work?
Doesn't say they get a save. A sonic blast does 1d12 to targets within short range. That's 15.
Nice. Oh yeah, that definitely is. Okay, yeah. So you'll take out. Let's roll a d6 to see how many you take out.
Okay. Oops. 3.
Okay, and you can apply that damage to 3 of them.
Mm-hmm. Do we roll damage as well, or?
Yeah. Roll your damage, and I'll apply that to all.
Okay. All right. That's 10 points of damage to those 3.
Oh, okay. Yes, that. 3 of them collapse down.
I'm thinking there's probably some if they had any heads, that would be eardrums exploding.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You hear their brains, probably, which must be in their chest, rattle around, and they drop to the ground. At that, they kind of, exactly. At that, the megaphone sounds off again. You've done it now, headless ones. Bring them to me, and they stop and they lower their ray guns, and they're going to fire off a volley at you guys. So, let's see.
It's a good thing you don't have ears, MX. That would be bad for you with that blaster.
Yeah.
True.
Yes. Ears are entirely inefficient. They are a humanoid construct.
I like my ears. And he reaches up and touches his ears.
Big ears too. Let's see. Their blaster is effectively a weapon, as a spell, rather, I should say. So, let me open it up. All right, so they are shooting at you. All right, so the first, they're going to basically, there's a bunch of them, so I'm just going to have them target each of you once. All right, so against the captain. This is the roll for the spell check. Oh, nope. All right. The first volley is just kind of, and the Ray Blast, they're very stormtroopery. They just kind of hit the ground all around you terribly. Against Gallywix. Ooh, that's a 23. Oh, boy. Okay. You'll get a save, which is going to be a DC 23 will save.
Okay.
To avoid this, but otherwise you're going to take a load of damage, so you better make it.
All
Might be our first casualty.
DC 23.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I rolled a 20. 17 plus 3.
Okay. Well, your strength, although this will not kill you, but it's just going to knock you unconscious. Your strength drops 16 points. So, assuming your strength is not above 16, you're going to be unconscious.
No.
Okay, that was bad. Okay. Now they turn their fire against Hannibal. Ooh. 20. You'll also get a will save, DC 20. This does a lot less damage.
I failed the will save.
Okay, so you're going to take 7 points. Your strength's going to drop by 7 points. So if you're not at 0, you're still up.
Yeah,
otherwise, you're unconscious. Okay. And MX30. Oh, interesting. I'm going to say you're probably... I'm going to say you'll take 1/3 damage if this works on you at all, because it'll just go up your thing. They failed, though, because it's like a strength training, right? So they missed. Yeah. And you can see, actually, now that you've just been shot, you see Gallagher's drop. You see that as you're kind of fighting your way through these guys, you see where the megaphone, flagpole is up. You see that bump is slightly larger. And there's a door that's open, and there's a very, very tall man standing in the doorway. And he's got like the thing in his hand, and he's got the coily, microphone cable down to the ground. And he says, "Aha! You will never defeat us. Give up now." And what do you guys want to do?
I want to shoot him.
Are you going to shoot the guy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. It'll take you. He's pretty far away. Like I say, he's a quarter mile away. It's going to take a couple moves to get to him. Unless you have a long range weapon, you got a missile or something. Your sonic ray won't reach him.
Well, I've with my rocket propulsion, I've got a speed of 60.
Yeah. All right. It'll take you can get to him, but not this round.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking if I can even get halfway to him, then I can probably hit him with a weapon, at least moderately. The hand cannon has a range of 45. The sonic blaster's got a range of 75, although the damage for it at 75 is pretty poor.
Okay. Yeah, you can get to him. This round you'll have to move, and you'll be able to get to him next round with the sonic blaster.
Okay.
Because you're flying over top of those guys.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Nice. All right. How about what's Jack up to?
Oh, we're back up to the Captain Jack Flanagan?
Yeah.
So when he talks about like surrendering, I'm like, ha! I am a member of the Space Captain Space Force of Freedom. I don't know the meaning of the words quit and surrender, among several other words I also don't know. And I continue to reload my flintlock. Now give me a moment while I reload.
Nice. All right, Gallows, you're sleeping currently. How about Hannibal Hoot?
I'll attack the closest Cyclops.
Okay. You don't have Cyclops.
13 to hit.
That hits.
Right. And 17 damage.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's like a laser sword. I'll say you could probably have swiped 2 of them with that. Just fly through and just... There's a lot of them. But you're
I'll get him at the knees.
Nice. Now they just have one big eye and they're laying there looking up at the sky as they drop to the ground. You're moving, MX. You did your thing. Okay, they're gonna try to shoot you guys again. Yeah. They're not messing around. All right, so against the captain. Ooh, that's a 23 on the spell check, which I remember that was. So you get a DC 23 will save to avoid this damage.
I do.
Otherwise, your take the captain. Yep.
Will save. I got a 10.
Okay, that does not. So you're gonna take 12 points of strength loss
as I lose consciousness.
Oh, the captain drops. You're reloading.
I'm exactly. I'm like you dastardly villains! Don't you know not to shoot a man when he's reloading? And then I hit the ground.
Nice. All right, against Hannibal. Ooh, that's not good. 25. This might be 2. All right, the same thing. You got DC 25 will save. Can you ever make that? Turns out what your will is, I guess.
No.
You are high level, so
I rolled a 18, but
all right. So you're gonna take. Oh, that's gonna put you down because that's 20 points of strength loss. So you'll drop.
Oh yeah, I'm unconscious.
Oh crap. Okay.
Pretty sure we're supposed to be overwhelmed in this fight.
Yeah, that was the idea, but I didn't think it'd be so fast. Nice.
I've taken out 3 of them. I mean,
there are 100 Cyclops here. All right. So against the robot, who's actually might make it to this guy before it gets him, but they're going to shoot you first or try to, anyways. Okay, so that time it's going to be a 20. So you get a DC 20 will save.
We give it a crack.
Yeah, so we're taking your.
I've actually just rolled a natural 20.
Nice. All right. Yeah, you are able to resist the damage as you move closer to this guy. Okay. Of course, now you looked up on
that's a total of 22, in fact.
Nice. Yeah, you just deflect this. Apparently, the automatons, what you want when you're being attacked by a space.
Who knew?
Right. As you're coming at this guy, he's obviously not an idiot,
Yeah.
so he's going to try to stop you. He's going to cast force manipulation because he is a space wizard.
Fair enough.
Right, so that is a 25. 25. All right. So, caster creates a wall of force 10-inch square per level in size. The wall cannot move, but grants complete protection against all physical attacks, magic missiles, heat, cold, and lightning. The wall takes damage inflicted to such attacks. The wall. Okay. Yeah. So he goes like and forms a force wall in front of himself.
Is he going to be really disappointed when I use this sonic attack on it?
Probably not, because it's going to stop that as well. Because it just stops everything, basically. But you definitely can do it. You might destroy the wall with a sonic attack, but it basically stops everything.
Yes.
So yeah, and then of course once he does that, he's going to just casually walk inside because you'll shoot the wall. You don't have to roll to shoot the wall; you can automatically hit it. And it goes down. And then I guess you turn around and you see that you see these one-eyed spacemen are carrying your friends above their heads towards you, actually, as you're standing there.
Okay, well that's fine. They get to me eventually. I've got this wizard to deal with.
You want to blast the wall?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so go ahead and roll damage against it. It's got 50 points of damage. So by the time, it'll say by the time you do that, they're at you.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So, can I actually miss the wall? I suppose I could fumble.
If you roll a fumble, then you might have a problem with your weapon, but otherwise you can't really miss it. Yeah. So, but you don't have to worry about that.
That is a total of 23.
Yeah. So yeah, you definitely do. I mean, by the time their space ogres, by the time they get to you, you've destroyed the wall, and they kind of just like walk in behind you, I guess, or ahead of you, but behind you probably. And there's a kind of a large chamber. You don't see any immediate way to get out of it. They throw down the bodies of your friends into the room, and then they close the door. Unless you run back out, you're going to be in the room with the friends as the doors close.
No.
You going to run back out? Where would you like?
No, I'm heading Space Wizard. So
Okay, you don't
They
see
throw
any
them
way
in
out of this room.
Okay, so we're in this room and there's no doorway.
That's right. Yeah, you run in the room to look for any doorway out. There's no door, and they toss your friends in. I mean, you have a chance if you want to try to run back out, you could do that. Otherwise, the door's going to close on you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That'd be reflex save or agility.
Yeah, you could make
Try and jump back out.
Reflex save. Yeah, DC 15.
Reflex save. Okay. Yep, that's 19.
Okay, yeah, you jump back out, and you see that
Right.
these space ogres seem to be going back to where they came from. Like they're all going back to those small hills. Inside the room, you guys land on the ground, and you kind of you feel a little weak, but it comes back really quickly. After just like a minute or so, you're starting to get your strength back, and you wake up, and you're in this room that's the walls are basically this kind of glowing green. You don't see MX-39, who is outside apparently.
Oh, I got captured again. It always happens to me.
It is a 1930s comic. Everyone gets captured.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, dear.
I'm sober this time.
Is this a completely opaque, or can I actually see them through it?
No, it's a solid gold walls.
It's solid. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What you can see is that outside you've got this like kind of like bump, like I said, almost like a reverse golf ball. And in the course of you coming out, you probably noticed that the pole with the megaphone kind of drops down into it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can
at
see
this
where
point,
the doorway
MX-30 he's going to wait as the enemy seems to be retreating at the moment. I shall wait for see if my comrades can free themselves.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see MX-39 guys, but you're in this room. It's got this like eerie green glow. It smells kind of like peppermint, so it's not completely unpleasant.
Are any wires exposed? Anything I could tinker with?
Make a luck check.
Okay.
Oh, did we wake up at this point?
Yeah, you guys are awake. Did you want to do
Missing
something?
our gear?
No, they just threw you in there.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I made it one under.
Oh, okay. All right, so Gallops is looking around for wires, and we'll find something. Would anybody else want to do anything while it's happening?
Now, as you know, being captured is against Space Captain Freedom Force regulations. We'll need to escape as soon as possible. Gallywix, get on it.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Looking for a door.
You see the door, yeah, where you came in.
Yeah, that's
Now,
where
I
I'd want to
haven't-
look for wires to see if I could wire it. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to see how thick it is. Okay, I got this welding gear. Maybe might be able to melt a hole through it.
Okay,
Also,
yeah, you definitely.
If it's actual gold or not, maybe.
Don't forget that anyone within within 20 feet of me gets to use the next die up for their action because of my inspiring presence.
Nice. Oh, sorry. I probably should have said that for the combat too. Yeah, you guys can all do that.
If you have a
that was
deed
out of
die, the
range.
deed die goes up instead.
Oh, really? That's cool. That's super useful. You do find a wire, but it's not by the door. It's kind of on the wall. There seems to be where these lights are. Somebody did a bad install job, so there's like some of the drywall's like pushed back, and you can see some wires hanging out by one of the lights. You tap on the door. It's made out of gold, which of course is pretty soft. You don't imagine it's too thick. Maybe a few inches. You probably cut through it if you'd like.
I'll try to start making a hole. See how long it takes me.
Yeah, so I'll say it'll take 10 rounds minus anything that you roll over DC 15 on a D die, whatever. Not a D die, but a check. Just to roll a D20. Well, I guess a D24 is what it would be.
Do I add anything to that or?
No, just roll it straight, and then we'll subtract.
Right.
Anything
Is
over
10.
15 will be subtract. Oh, okay. So it's going to take about 10 rounds. So it'll take about a minute or so.
Okay.
What about Gallywix? What do you want to do with this wire?
I don't know what this goes to, but I'd like to try to sabotage it anyway. The guy's obviously evil. We should just sabotage his stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
it works.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. So you start messing with the wire, and all this kind of this beautiful green light that's in here starts to go a little bit kind of on more of a bluish, and so it kind of changes the color, and then you see this kind of this like image form in the center of the room of this guy. He's he's like bald and kind of has like a long head. It's very wrinkly, and he's like this. And he says, "Stop messing with my wires and doors. Don't you realize you're captured?"
Don't you realize it's against regulation for us to be captured?
I mean,
Well-
we're captured. That's why I'm messing with your wire.
No, you're supposed to be captured and stay and bow down to me. For I am
This
the
cage
smartest
can't
man
hold
in the
me.
universe.
Weird.
I
I don't
am-
think I can be in two places at once.
Oh, no,
I am
if
the
either of them
thinker.
qualify.
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting the DM while he's monologuing. Go ahead.
That's okay. No, that's okay. You're fine. I am the thinker, and I have thought about this long and hard. And I will use you as my slaves. Because I can think so much that I should control everyone's mind with my thoughts.
You can't be the smartest person in the world. Your head's not that big.
He kind of squints at you. The size of one's head
I've
doesn't
seen-
necessarily determine how smart they are.
So this is
I
a
don't think.
1950s comic book, and this would be the furthest depths of profanity. You're not a thinker. I think you're a stinker.
Language.
How dare you?
10 cents on the
And you
magazine
s-
rack.
You see him kind of lean up, because he was a thinker, right? So he gets up, he's got this like neck, like a scarf with like, buttons on it. And he starts pressing them. And just as you kind of cut your hole through the door, actually, you could see standing outside is MX-39 as you're kind of cutting like you cut like a little hole. MX-39 standing out there. An arm, the ceiling opens up and an arm comes down, and tries to grab the captain and scoop you up. Make a DC 15 strength ability check. And your strength is back to normal now.
Oh, that's 22.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So it grabs you, and however you want to say that you busted out of it with your strength, go ahead and tell me.
I want to try and hack at the arm and protect him while he's doing good work.
Yeah, I'll use the torch above me and just kind of roll it out of the way.
Nice.
Try to push it
Yeah.
and use the torch just kind of in between me and it.
Awesome. Yeah, you get this arm. It goes back, and he says, "Aha! I thought you would do that. So I have some other ideas." And then he fades away a little bit.
That guy. I don't think he's that smart.
He's a little
I can
one
still hear
note, to be
you.
honest. It's all about the brain with that guy.
It's not nice to talk about people when they're not there. You see, there's like several small megaphones around the corners, kind of talking as a. By now, you've cut a decent size hole. You can see MX-39. You can see that they're cutting their way out of this golden door.
Okay. I mean, once they started to make some headway on the door, I shall take my molecular sword and start sort of hacking at the hole for them as well, trying to sort of pull chunks off it to make it easier.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely can. I mean, within a minute or so, you're able to cut your way out of the space.
Cool.
Good job,
And then having
Mr.
made a
Flint.
hole, having made a hole in the door for them, I then stop and go into cleanup mode and spend my next action actually resharpening the sword because it requires it after every use.
Yes. Yeah, well, guess what? You got to sharpen it every time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But literally every time he does something with it, no matter what's happening around him, he will stop and sharpen the sword. It's just protocol.
Kind of like me with my flintlock. Give me a second while I
Yeah.
reload this.
Yeah. Yes. Sharpening mode.
You guys will have upgraded to lasers by now.
Okay.
I can
Yeah, so you're
upgrade you
able
live
to.
next.
Green one.
Yeah. Well, I'm slightly bemused
Yeah,
that the captain's got a flintlock and I'm totally armed up the arse. I mean, I've got like about 5 weapons on here.
Yeah. Well, that's why he only needs a flintlock.
It's all
You're
about
supposed
style.
to do all the lifting.
Yes. Captain, awaiting orders.
Oh, yes, my orders are to bust us out of here.
We've opened the door.
Oh,
Yep.
right, I see that. My orders are we should step through it.
Stepping through.
Yeah.
Don't
you get
touch the
outside.
sides; they're still hot. It's like an operation.
Yes. What about the one there, Captain, with the unsightly cranial bulges?
Yes, apparently he fancies himself a philosopher of some kind.
Ah.
But I think I've got a sword named Hemlock for him.
That's funny, Captain.
I like you,
You-
Gallywix. I'm glad I decided not to kill you when I found you in our Xenon collectors those many years ago.
Yeah, me too. I like you too, Captain.
All right, do
Well-
we see other than so we just got out of the holding cell,
Yep.
right? And I guess I'm assuming now we're in like a larger chamber on the outside of it. What
No,
do we see out here?
you're,
Like,
you're basically outside again. The holding cell
Oh.
was the entire space. Yeah,
oh,
as far as you
that
can tell.
dome was just that's all it was. This is
Yeah.
not like a complex or anything. We were literally in one of these domes, and now we're
Yep.
back out on the surface.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this dome genuinely made out of gold?
Yeah. The whole place seems to be made out of gold.
So,
Of course, gold is the only material that can't be penetrated by Rhizon radiation. He really has thought of everything.
We should take some. I could filigree your chassis, MX.
I like where you're thinking.
And make some upgrades on the ship with it.
Those
that too.
upgrades and ostentatious goblets will have to wait. You need to find this villain.
yes.
Don't have all the gold.
Okay. Where has said villain gone to?
Yeah, so you notice as you're starting to look around, what appears to be like a zeppelin, kind of flying by. It's in the shape of a brain, but it's like it has like a
Okay.
little propeller on the back of it, and it seems to be like puttering. It's not going tremendously fast. Like if you were to run, you could probably go as fast as this thing's going, but it is about
Right.
100, 150 feet in the air, and it's got a bit of a
Okay.
lead on you, as
Right.
he seems to be heading off into the rest of the gold sphere, further away from you, basically.
Ah. Captain, I do believe that our adversary is trying to make a getaway.
Yes, and very slowly at that. Come with me to the ship. We'll see if we can follow him ourselves.
Nice. Yeah, so you run back to your ship. You can.
Yeah.
It's basically it's like magnetized by the pigs to the surface. So you won't be able to take off with all the pigs in there, but you probably have some kind of smaller land traveling.
So help me out
machine,
here
I'm
about these
assuming.
pigs. We're carrying a bunch of pigs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
the
my
yellow
bacon
just pigs.
sandwiches. Bacon and
You have
mayonnaise
a-
sandwiches.
A pigger operated system.
Okay. I
I
was
mean,
like,
you could unload
okay,
the pigs if you'd like.
I'm thinking we might need to.
Oh,
Come, let's offload these pigs and follow our adversary.
fine. But you owe me more bacon.
Yes, BLTs for everyone. But first, we must catch this villain.
Okay.
All right,
He'll
so
herd his
you're-
pigs off the. Yep.
Yes, you're offloading these pigs. You can see this brain zeppelin kind of slowly moving across the space. By the time you get the ship fired up, for you because you're in a spaceship, it's like you get up, you're like, and you can catch up to him in 4 seconds once you're in the air. Of course, just as you do, as all things Flash Gordon work out, he's just getting to his tower And he lands on the top and runs inside as you kind of fly up and land at the base of the tower. He looks out. Ha ha! I thought you'd do that. Then he runs inside. So now you've got this really, really skinny, probably like 15-foot, like really, bizarrely skinny tower with a megaphone, and floating at the top like a balloon is a zeppelin shaped like a brain.
I'm thinking we're gonna have to climb this tower, but first, can somebody pop that brain? We don't want him escaping on us.
You want me to use my pistol?
Go for it, Gollywix.
Okay.
Fly up to it, but take me a minute.
Oh, would you rather do that? You can do that.
Ooh, Hannibal, why don't you carry Gollywix up there, and you two enter from above, and we'll come from below. That bastard will have... Sorry? That villain will have nowhere he can go.
Language. Would I be able to carry her?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, I am
Okay. I'll attempt to carry you up to the top. Split the
I'm
party.
only like 2.5 feet tall, 3 feet tall. So.
It's a pocket gremlin.
Yeah, this feels very what's the Wonder Twins, right? You like one turns to a bird and then there's like a bucket of water, like lifting them. All right, and at the bottom of this tower, of course, is the door.
Made out of gold.
Yeah, everything's made out of gold in this place.
Everything's made out of gold. Well, assuming it's as easy to break into as the cell was to break out of, I guess it's time to start beating down the door.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. So by the time you kind of slam the door in, then you realize it wasn't even locked. Like you pushed it open, there wasn't even a lock on it. But you guys get to the top of the tower, which is at the top there's basically just like a megaphone and like a handheld one, and a door going in, and of course there's like the rope that goes up to the brain zeppelin.
So that's what Hoot and Gollywix see because they went up to the top.
That's what Hoot and Gollywix see. At the bottom, you guys see the gold door that you just bashed in, and if you look into this tower, there's like a spiral staircase going up.
Okay.
Laser sword at the ready. Epic music in the background. Start running up the tower.
Yes. Well, actually, I imagine because I can do this, you'll like this a lot. I actually have a projector which can actually play the contents of any holodisc onto a flat surface. So I imagine on the wall on the way up, I play some kind of fanfare for the captain, announcing as we come, Space Force is best and all that kind of thing.
It probably sounds something like so
everybody in the tower will hear this echoing up the staircase as MX-39 broadcasts this as we're coming.
Yes, because why wouldn't you do that? At the bottom, you guys hear this, like, amplified sound.
Yeah,
excellent MX-39. That concert that our queen put on is just the perfect music for this.
Yeah. I move quite a lot faster than the captain does. Can I kind of pick him up and stick him sort of on my shoulders?
Is that what the captain wants?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna ride my battle steed, my battle bot.
It's like a backpack chair that pops out.
Yeah.
All right. So all that's happening.
My rocket propulsor's engaged. We should charge up the stairs at full rate, blasting music as we come.
All right. So what's happening at the top with Gollywix and Hoot?
Mr. Hoot, should I shoot the brain with my pistol now?
Yes. Am I close enough to hit with a sword, or is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Both attack it if you like.
Both attack. Yep.
Yeah, if you want. I mean, either one could do
If
it.
we're that close, I'll use my sword. Just in case. The 18.
Oh, I mean, it's just a balloon. So you basically stab into it a few times, and you can
Okay.
Well, are you using a
Make
laser
a-
sword?
Me, no. I have a short sword.
I have a laser sword. I was using
Yeah,
that.
that's it. Yeah. Oh, no. What's the chances that a laser sword would set off the helium that's inside the... I think that's a luck check to me.
Oh man.
That feels like a luck check. You guys really are going to get this...
3.
Oh, nice. All right, yeah. You slice into it and it doesn't explode, sadly. Because it was not like you guys were getting too
I thought
noisy or
twice
anything.
about that.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't going to kill you. It was just going to be very loud. All right, so yeah, so it you stab into it and it starts to like sag. You know, it's like a balloon. Like the next day, it's like kind of sitting floating down.
Does it make
Yeah,
the
it's,
whoopee
uh,
cushion
dropping.
sound?
Yeah, it's like
Good job, Mister.
As it goes
Good
down.
job, Mr. Hoot.
And yeah, you see a door there as well, and a megaphone.
There's a
Don't
megaphone.
get away from us
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, Gallywix wants to go over to the megaphone.
Okay.
He wants to yell, "Now I have your talkie device. Now I am the smartest one, thinker. Come out and fight us." And you hear his voice like echoing.
Great. You do that, and he says, you hear from below, "Aha! I thought that you would do that." And gas pours out of the megaphone. Go ahead and make a DC 15 fortitude save.
Fortitude save? Okay.
I'm beginning to hate this bastard.
I had to. You can't give me a megaphone and not expect me to do that. Oh yeah, 21.
All right, yeah, no, it's fine. You probably have like a helium voice now, but you don't voice.
God, how do I do that?
Gremlin gets squeakier.
Yes.
It is a voice changing device.
You do. Yes, all right. All right, so that happens. You hear the fanfare and the loud music and the blasters of Okay. Yeah, so you guys are you heading down the stairs as well?
Yeah, I
Oh,
guess
into the
Yeah,
tower?
I guess so.
Or you guys stay up there? Okay. So you can have the dramatic both of you enter the space, all you guys bust in at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, strangely, because from the outside, this place only looks like it's about 15 feet wide, but you both kind of bust. You come down the stairs, and you come up the stairs, and you bust into this kind of large room that's filled with all kinds of computer equipment. You know, with large dials and buttons. There's like he's sitting on a chair, and of course he turns. You know, his back's to you. He turns when you come in. You can see his head. I mean, it's not shaped exactly like a brain, but he's definitely got that wrinkly brain texture to his skin. He has this thing around his neck. He's leaning like this. And he says, "Aha! I thought that you would come here, and this will be your end. For I am the thinker, the smartest man in the universe."
What were you looking at back there?
None of your business. You are my slaves now. Put on these headbands, which will take over your mind so that I can think for you.
No.
What do you mean, no? You must put them
No,
on.
Ah, yes, yes. Captain, shall I shoot the lumpy-headed humanoid, or can I first treat you to a hot beverage?
I say we'll drink later once we can drink to victory.
Well, I suppose I should ask, Captain, do you want us to put the headbands on? Because, I mean...
No! Dear God, no! What part of Space Captain Freedom Force don't you understand?
I don't remember reading about headbands in the Freedom Book.
No, that's because you have an old copy. You should put them on. For sure.
Listen, Stinker, the time has come for you and I to end this. I challenge you to a one-on-one duel. An
nice.
honor duel.
The dance off?
Oh, with swords. Oh, God, man, it's like you've never met me.
Change the hollow projection to disco ball lighting.
Oh yes, yes.
If it were a dance-off, I would be. Okay, yes. I am very honorable. And I knew that you would take a long time to decide, so aha! And the doors bust open and more of these space ogres are coming in. But let's roll initiative now, actually, because I think you're going to fight this guy. Everybody can just roll. You're either going to go before or after him, so I'm going to do it. So just roll a d20.
Again, I waste a natural 20 on some bullshit that doesn't matter.
Well, it's probably good that you go first.
Oh
God. Yeah, he's all right, so space. Oh, he got a 19, but the space ogres are going on 3.
Rolled a 13.
Assuming my initiative is just going to be equal to my agility modifier, I've got a 21.
Yeah, you're going to go first. Is anybody else above 19?
No, I'm 19 as well.
Okay. Okay, so I'll just, because you're a PC, I'll have you guys go first. So 2 of you going before the bad guy, the 2 after, and then the ogres go at the very end. That's just the easy way. So Captain / MX39, what are you guys doing as he gets up to obviously confront you?
Well, clearly I defer to the captain to take the first action unless he tells me otherwise.
Now, you said a bunch of people poured in through the doors, right?
The doors open. A couple of space ogres, one on each door. You see more coming from them. Yeah.
I'm like, you lot, take care of them while I duel this brigand.
Nice.
Okay.
Because I do have like cool special dueling abilities, and I'm going to use them. Damn it!
All right,
in a slightly comical moment, when you order us to do that, MX39's top turns entirely 180 degrees to face towards the door with the ogres. But because you're sat on my shoulders, you'll now be facing the wrong way.
Oh, I leap off heroically.
Yeah, so
That's what.
So MX39 looks at your chest. It looks at your chest because you're on his back. Okay, that's fine. You want to duel this guy? All right, that'll be fun.
Yeah,
do a duel. All right. I mean, you get to go first because you're doing initiative.
Is it me first?
Yeah.
You go first, and then I'll. Yeah,
that's the robot.
So I get 2 action dice, so I guess I'm going to make 2 attacks, and I can apply 2 effects as well when dueling. So I'm going to start off by going for a feint, which says I roll 2 attack dice, and if one succeeds and the other fails, I get to do double damage.
Oh.
Or no, max damage, sorry.
Oh.
And I did. I rolled a damn 2 and a, which would be a 7, and then I rolled a 22 after my modifier. So I'm going to max out the damage, which, because it's my laser sword, is 20.
Oh.
So I immediately jump in. I'm like, ha, didn't think of that, did you? And I do 20 points of damage.
Oh, man. All right. Well, this might be short. Okay. Yeah, he did not think of that. Go ahead.
And then,
MX.
because I can apply 2 effects, the other effect is going to be, I'm going to hold off for riposte. So I'm just going to do my second one as just a normal attack. Will an 18 hit him?
Yes.
Okay. 16 more points of laser sword damage.
Oh my god. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, this could be very short. MX39.
Okay. MX39 arm cannon will click round from his sonic cannon to the hand cannon. He fires, and I imagine hits for a total of 21.
Yeah, that hits
to one of these ogres. That does 2d8 damage.
Okay.
Right, try that again. For 8 points of damage.
Okay, that takes one out. Yep.
Okay.
Nice. Hold on. Do you just have one action die? Do you have 2 action dice or just one? You might get 2 attacks.
Do I?
Sure.
It only says 1 action dice.
Okay, so you only get one. Okay.
Yeah, I only get 1 action dice. Yeah.
All right, so it's his turn. He's going to cast a spell on the captain. That's how he duels, since he doesn't have a sword. He thought you were going to give him a sword, I guess. Okay,
probably should have.
Right. Here's a duel. I have a sword. You don't. 21.
A challenge to a duel.
Oh, okay. All right.
Get,
so you
get
have a
stuffed, poser.
DC 21 will save against the spell.
Oh man. Woo, 24.
Nice. So, yeah, nothing happens. He casts a spell upon you, and your will is too strong as the captain, so you resist him. And he's like, "Oh crap!" But he has 2 action dice, of course. So he is going to.
Hold on. This is an old pulp comic book. Ugh.
Nice.
Must
Nice.
resist. Must stay myself.
All right, here we go. He's going to try again. He's going to do the same thing. Ooh, that one.
I've also changed to an appropriately pulp sci-fi background.
Yeah, that's great. Oh man. Okay, that is much higher. That is a that'd be DC 26. We'll save.
I gotta make another will save.
Yeah. Oh crap. This is not good.
Let's see here. This time I got a 21.
Okay. So it's 2 targets. So I'm gonna roll randomly to see who the other target is. Although he did say he was one-on-one dueling you, so I will have it only affect you, even though it did say 2 cards. You are turned to stone. What's your pose like?
Oh man, it is
Give me a good
just
pose.
one hand on the hip, sword in front of me, triumphantly standing like a space captain would. Oh no, hold on. I just been turned to stone, so I'm gonna be like hands up, turned to stone.
All right, you are stone. Yeah, and then he says, "You didn't think I'd do that, did you?" And now Gallowix and Hannibal get to go. You've got 2 space ogres at one door, 1 space ogre at the other, and the wizard, as it would be. What do you guys want to do? Gallowix?
Gallowix can go first.
Okay. I am going to. We have 3 space ogres in the room.
Yeah, there's 3 that you can get to. There's 2 kind of coming in one door, 1 at the other.
Okay. I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay. Why wouldn't you?
I'm gonna. You're right. And it's gonna be sleep.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Okay.
So let me. You see Gallywix, and he gets out a little machine. Looks like a little taser, and he electric shocks himself as he's going to spell burn 5 points. We'll do 5 points of strength. I can do that, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. He says, "You guys all need to take a chill pill, man." So plus spell burn plus my caster level. 13 plus 7 is 21 plus 5 is 26. So up to 8
Yes.
targets.
Yeah,
Must
that's
save.
everybody.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all the bad guys, anyways. Yeah.
Must save or
save.
fall into a normal sleep for 1d7 days.
Okay, so
27 days, damn.
Or
Yeah,
one
he's-
target can be placed in a supernatural sleep for 1d3 days with no saving throw.
Ooh,
Up to you.
the oof factor on that's pretty
You
high.
want to take everybody out, or you want to take one for sure?
Let's try everyone.
Okay. All right. So we'll make
Yeah.
a saving throw first. Oh, all right. He rolled a 20 on a saving throw plus 5, so 25. What was your roll? 26.
26.
So he's down. Yep. And
Mm.
they are also down with only a 16. Yeah, they drop.
Yeah.
Gallywix, cleaning house.
That's what I do.
The captain is turned to stone. These guys are down. You hear, inexplicably because they don't have any mouths, some screaming out all around you. And you notice somehow, you noticed before, there's a bunch of windows in this room, and you can see that all these like one-eyed ogres are kind of running around the exterior, fighting each other and screaming.
Yeah. Yeah. Examine the captain and scan him with just to see if there's anything to be done for him.
Yeah, he is actually. You do detect life from the captain.
Okay.
And Captain, you are actually aware of everything that's going on. You just cannot.
Oh yeah, I'm like doing heavy comic book monologuing in my head. I'm like, ugh, this is another predicament, like that time on Venus in the den of the spider lizards, you know. See issue of Amazing Space Captains number 472 or whatever, you know.
Daniel, do you want to do Mercurial at all? I didn't know if you wanted
Oh,
to.
did you not do Mercurial?
Oh, I
Let's do
have.
it, yeah. Well, what
my
is
sleep
it? What is it?
Mercurial is the planet killer, unfortunately.
Oh, God. Oh, right. What did we do last time? There's a 1/1000 chance that you kill this planet.
This planet, right? Yeah, you
Yeah.
had me roll.
So roll a D1000, and if you get a 1,
Okay.
you destroy this planet and everybody on it.
Yeah.
No, I rolled 408.
Okay, so somewhere in the universe, a planet is destroyed.
Just
somewhere.
somewhere.
So who's the real villain here?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Well, that
The Thinker, because he's clearly indicated as the villain.
that's right. You could tell by his head. You
He had the evil
The
monologue
screens-
and everything.
the screens light up. They all light up, and you see on the screen somebody. Well, you've all technically playing cards over here before. You all see a man with a giant head, huge head, 3 foot wide, like a big bubble, and he laughs. Ha ha! I used you to destroy my most hated enemy. Now I truly am the smartest man in the world. No, the universe. And the screens flicker off as Skomar laughs his evil laugh. That went really fast, and faster than I thought. And you guys killed the bad guy. So we'll do our. So you're going to be back from being turned to stone in 7 days. But let's
good.
do a little.
Excellent.
Yeah, let's do a. So anything else anybody want to do in this moment, or we're going to do kind of an epilogue here on our characters, what they do. So, anybody
I
want
mean,
to do
I'm a
epilogue?
statue, so there's not much I
Yeah.
can do right now.
Yeah. Anybody want to do in this moment before the epilogue?
I'm going to ply the captain with what I identify as cups of hot tea because I've heard of its medicinal purposes. And we'll make sure that I regularly tip one over him, convinced that it will eventually turn him back. After 7 days worth of cups of tea, it will do, apparently.
So periodically throughout these 7 days, you've been dumping hot tea on top of the captain.
Yep.
That sounds about right. What's Hannibal Hoot been up to during the last 7 days while the captain's stoned?
Oh, we'll be decorating a statue.
Oh, God.
We get that gold, I'll make a crown for him.
Okay, you're gonna take some of the gold because you have this gold comet, which I guess you would be able to figure out how to steer. Well, let's see. How many days before the comet hits the world? Let's say 2d20. Somebody roll 2d20, and it better be less than 7 because the captain's probably the only one that can steer the comet. Who wants to risk it? Captain, you risk it. Roll 2d20. Oh, 25. All right. All right. The captain's able to. You're able to fly the comet so it does not crash into the Earth, destroying it.
Excellent.
Gallywix, what were you up to for the last 7 days before the captain comes back?
Well, I'm gonna, if MX will let me, he's gonna try to filigree all around the outside of his chassis. Be like, now I'm gonna make you really sparkly.
Excellent. Yes.
And resistant to the certain radiations, right? So,
Yeah.
Yep.
so
That's probably how it's sold to me.
on the 7th day and the 49th cup of tea dumped over the captain's head, you are revived.
That one worked.
Success. Captain.
Sounds
only
like the
took
Thinker
49
should
cups of
think
beverage
again.
to bring you back.
Also, why am I covered in tea?
Nice. Excellent. Well, that went way, way faster than I thought. So.
I hope somebody got an image of me while I was made of stone. We should commission that statue.
That's true. You could make it the front of the ship.
Make it a
guys.
figurehead.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Figurehead.
You killed the bad guy super easily. So that was a pretty awesome move with the captain skills. What well done, everyone. Any final thoughts before we kind of
Yeah.
end?
No, that was a lot of fun, man. I really enjoyed.
Short and sweet.
Clearly, I was inspired by Zap Brannigan for my.
Well,
portrayal.
yes.
That was quite good.
That was pretty awesome. Yeah.
I have
I
a
mean,
very sexy disease, Kith. What is it? Sexlexia. That's one of my favorite moments.
Yeah, you guys were great. You played the characters really nice. That was,
Oh, I should have said something about celebrating with some bagging.
Yeah.
Well, in the future
These
we'll
are very, very powerful characters. It has to be
Oh, yeah.
said.
Oh yeah, no, you were meant to be able to kick some ass. It was meant that way, but
That duel
Yeah.
was very
duel
one-sided
was-
until he turned me into
yeah,
a
it was.
statue.
Yeah, which is fun.
It's like,
Yeah. Well, he turned you to stone. I mean, he didn't have much else to do, but that was his big thing. So, but yeah, thanks guys. I'm gonna end the stream actually. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And luckily, well, not luckily, but Skullcomb got away, who was the bad guy from the first one. Also the smartest